Hey, ever wondered when you write a playwright script, what is the understanding behind these playwright terms like test, expect, async, page, describe, before each, after all, and page methods, expect assertions, browser context, headless, trace viewer, auto waiting, parallel. Hope you heard of these terms, right? But if you want more understanding about this video is for you. I will teach you top 10 playwright terms that every tester should know. Let, let's dive deep into these terms. The first one is test. Test defines an individual test case. So when we write the test keyword itself, it will tell the test runner that we have started a test. And when we write test or describe it, it's like a test suite. So what will happen inside the test is it encapsulates setup, actions we perform on the page, and assertions we do on the down. So everything is marked inside the test. Before each and after all, basically it is for setup and cleanup. Like before each is used for setup, like navigating to an URL, it will run before every test. After all, it's like a cleanup, like closing the browser or giving some commands or taking a failure screenshot. This is a cleanup after all test. This is an important one. Page plus locator plus expect. This is the core action and assertions that will happen on the test. So we will use page to interact, locator to find elements, and expect for assertions. So here page represents a single tab in the browser. So this only is used to interact with DOM, network, cookies, etc. So page is actually, I mean, if you look at from the tech perspective, page is actually an interface. It's not a class. So this interface has all the methods we can call like page.locator, page.getByRole. Like all the methods are available inside this page interface only, right? So with these locators, we can use it to find elements on the web page. And the fifth one is expect. Expect is an assertion. It is used to verify outcome in the test. For example, expect page.locator. Then this to be enabled method is allow us to check if a condition is met or not. And browser context is used to create isolated browser sessions. So we can run parallel test without state collision. So each context has its own cookies, local storage, and session data. So when we create multiple browser context and we run it in parallel, it won't make any state collision. So these things, headless, trace viewer and all, you may see in Playwright config. So what it is with the headless, true or false, we can make the CI speed, like it is used for fast execution without UI. Trace viewer, it is actually, this is a very useful one. It's a tool for debugging the test runs. It's actually record the text execution completely. So when we use trace viewer, it plays back every command, DOM snapshot, network call, console log, everything. It allows us to see what happened at each step, making us easier to identify the failures. So it will capture everything. So we can see what happened at every step and quickly identify why a test is failed. This makes understanding the test failures much easier. So when you run, make sure to on trace viewer. Okay, auto waiting, that's a magic built-in playwright. So it waits for the element automatically. Get rid of implicit wait, explicit wait in Selenium. Use playwright and use the powerful auto wait. Parallel is defined in config like in playwright.config. It's for faster test suite execution. We can set the fully parallel as true and workers to run the test in parallel. Now you have an understanding of top 10 playwright terms, right? Now if you look back the test, now you can understand everything easily. So this one, first one is test, right? It defines our test case. So this before each and after all, it is used for setup and cleanup. So these are all the core one page, core actions and assertions, page.methods, page.locators, and expect used for assertions. Right? And this is the browser context. It's used to create the isolated sessions. As you can see, we have created a new context, new page. There only we are opening the web browser. So it will allow us to create like without state collision, we can create parallel test. And this headless trace viewer and all, let me explain with the playwright.config. So in playwright.config, you can see this from the starting. If you start this on fully parallel is equal to true, so this will allow us to run the test in parallel. And with workers set as 2 or 3, we can run that much time, 2 with 2 workers or 3 workers, 2 times parallel browser or 3 times parallel browser, we can set it here, right? And headless, this one is used for, if you set it as headless as true, it will allow us to run test in headless mode, means it's for faster execution. If headless is set as false, then we can see the browser execution. And trace, this is allows to record everything. So this is, now it is set as on first retry, but it allows values like on and off. Make sure to run if your test cases are, I mean, have it as on if your test cases are failing. And for running it in different browsers, with if you want to run parallel, I want to run in Chrome, I want to run in Firefox at the same time, then enable this, under the projects enable Firefox also. So when you run with two workers, one will run in Chromium and another will run in Firefox. Hope you had a neat understanding about top 10 playwright terms. So this is a short video, hope it is useful. Thanks.